Okay, now we're back and we want to talk about how have humans affected this planet. And so the first one is going to be population growth. And if you think about when um, modern humans come on the scene, so that might be 100,000 years ago, there might have only been maybe 1 million humans. Okay, but then when you got to, let's say, 10,000 years ago, then the population of humans increased greatly because of agriculture. So you went from millions to tens of millions of people because people, instead of having a hunter-gatherer society, decided to settle down and started to plant crops. And so there was more food, so that meant more people began to be born. And then by the year 7000 AD, 7000 BC, the population of the earth was roughly 47 million. And then by the time that you got to around 4000 BC, it's up to 60 million. And then by the time you get to 1 AD, now it's up to about 300 million people. But then you'll notice that there is a slow increase in the number of people that were populating the earth up until you get to the year 1000 AD. And then you'll notice there's a little dip in the curve. And this is because of Black Death. And so bubonic plague, the Black Death, it killed 25% of the population of Europe. But as you can see, the population bounced back quicker from this. And when we get to the year, let's say 1700, this is the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. And then you notice that the population really begins to take off. And then we also learned how to make fertilizers using chemistry. And that was a major breakthrough because then we could fertilize our plants and make them grow without the use of manure, which is in limited supply, and we could use chemicals instead. And so with the ability to grow more food, then the population increased even further. So now, in the year 2023, we have a population of somewhere in the neighborhood of 7.8 billion people. And that is only going to increase in the future. Now, this is kind of bad, but if you look at that graph, that is called an exponential curve. Can you think of any other kind of organism that has exponential growth like that? Bacteria. So bacteria have the ability to double their population every few days, and they also will have a graph that will do this until they run out of things to eat. And then once they run out of things to eat, the curve goes up and then it crashes. And that is what's going to happen to our population here on Earth if we don't do something about the population growth. That no matter how much effort we put into having better ways of farming and growing more food, that's just going to make people have more babies. And so population growth is a very, very serious thing, and it's something that we need to get a handle on. All right, so let's take a break, and when we come back, we will talk about more things that humans have done to the planet.